Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start a new reading vlog, which is very impromptu, as you can probably tell by my appearance, but you know what, I just don't care. I want to film a reading vlog trying new authors, new to me authors, not necessarily like debut authors, because I just feel like I have been reading a lot of the same authors. I've been reading a lot of series, but also 2022 is the year of Sarah J. Maas for me, and this is the first month in over a year that I haven't been reading an SJM book, and I'm just excited to read more things, if that makes sense. I want to try some new authors, and I was having a look at what's on my March TBR. I can link that up in the cards. There are quite a few new to me authors on there, so I thought we'd just start there. I don't know how many books I'm going to be reading, 2, 3, 4. We'll just see how we get on, how my other reading vlog plans pan out, because I'm doing the thing I don't like to do but makes the most sense for buddy reads, timing, all of that. Is I'm filming multiple reading vlogs at one time, but like I'm reading a book for this vlog and then I'm jumping over here, and you don't need to know all the details. I'm rambling because I wasn't fully planning on filming this intro clip right now, but I just felt called to do it. So we're going to be starting this vlog off with Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is his debut, and he has a new book coming out in the same universe, but not technically like a sequel. They're just kind of like companions, so I don't feel like I'm starting a new series with this one. And this is the first book on my March TBR. It was for a Goodreads nominee and a standalone. So that is what we're going to go with. It is less than 300 pages, so I'm really looking forward to a fast, cozy fantasy. This is following orcs who are just tired of war and violence and all of this stuff, and they decide to leave and start a coffee shop, and I believe this is sapphic as well. I have not officially started it, but I plan to this evening. So I wanted to film this intro while it's still sunny outside. But I am really looking forward to cozying up and reading this. There are quite a few new authors also on my like 23 books to read in 2023. So I literally have no idea what books I'm going to be picking up. Legends and Lattes I purchased as an ebook. My 23 and 2023 are books that are physically on my bookshelves, so I feel like I should be prioritizing those and stepping away from Kindle Unlimited a little bit, but KU just has my heart, so maybe if we do 3 books we can do like an ebook, a physical book, and a KU book. I don't know if I'm clearly overthinking things. But we'll just see where we go, what I'm in the mood for. I think having this reading vlog that is less planned out, I need to read XYZ in such and such a time frame, will be really good for me. So I have no idea when this vlog is going to go up, but right now it is the beginning-ish of March. I think it's the 9th today, and I'm just looking forward to cozying up with a blanket, maybe a hot chocolate later with my Kindle, and I'm really excited about this book. I think I'm going to love it. It's a 5-star prediction, which just feels so good. Did I get extremely annoyed and turn off the camera while building this? Yes. Yes, I did, but it is done. That was way harder than it needed to be because I am incapable of building things for myself. But just really quickly, I'm not going to fill up this whole thing with you guys. Maybe I can do that another time, but I just wanted to put my TBR books in here for now. So first I have my library books here. I feel like they should go towards the top, and I do have them in order of when they are due, so that they are a reminder to actually read them. And then these two books are on my physical TBR as well. And I think that's pretty full. And these are some books that I have pulled in recent months to add to my TBR and haven't gotten to yet. So I'm just going to set them on the second tier. Oops. With the hopes that I will get to those soon. I don't know if you can really see behind me. My books are now overflowing off the shelf, so I do need to kind of go through and rearrange some things. Just a second. But that's all I have to share with you right now. I'm very tired and very grumpy today, so I just wanted to get a little project done, and I don't think this was the best choice because it really annoyed me because I'm just not good at building things. But I'm so thankful that my friend Rebecca gifted this cart to me for my birthday. So thank you again, Rebecca. I'm very excited to fill it up. I don't know, like, I do think my TBR is going to be on top, so it's like easy to reach. Maybe this will be like my self-destruct in 23 and 2023 books here. So it's kind of like top priority TBR cart. I think that is a smart idea. I had played around with like new books being on the bottom to haul, but this is my haul section, and these are just older books that don't fit on my shelf right now. So I have some rearranging to do. Maybe that can be a video all on its own. Hey guys, I'm outside for this update. I had to get outside in the sunshine with the kids after the very frustrating experience of building my book cart. I don't know why I'm so incompetent at building things, but I wanted to try and do it myself and not ask my husband to do it, and I guess that's what I get for trying to do it myself. I'm now 44% into Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I don't really have any more to add beyond that. I'm just loving it. This is a slower paced, cozy, warm hug of a fantasy, which is what I was expecting, which is what I'm so happy that it is. The synopsis I gave you, at the beginning is very much true. We have an orc who is sick of the plundering, killing, thieving. She wants to put up her sword and start a coffee shop after being introduced to coffee by gnomes. And she wants to bring coffee to the country, I guess, where she lives, or wants to set up shop, settle in, and for it to become home. And they're kind of building this found family aspect. So she found a dock worker who looked like he was really good with wood to help her fix up her shop and turn it from a horse stable to a coffee shop. Then she hires an assistant who is a succubus, and they are getting along really well and building a friendship. One of the customers that comes in was always full of flour, and then they discovered they wanted to add some baked goods to the menu, so they hired him. And I just like how they're like collecting all these friendships and different species, and yeah, like that found family trope that I love in fantasies as well. It's not completely like plotless and super cozy. We do have a looming threat with kind of like this gang that runs the city and demands attacks for protection um, from all of the business owners, and we haven't seen too much of them yet, but you kind of know that they're going to be coming around. And there's also like a magical animal companion type situation, which is another aspect of fantasy I just love so much. So while this I don't feel like is going to be, oh my god, this is a new all-time favorite, I'm obsessed with it, I'm having such a great time. The kids are so loud. I'm going to read on my Kindle in the sunshine while the kids bike. All three of them are biking around the yard and the driveway and just having fun, enjoying this warmer weather. I think it's like plus 11 or something today, which feels really great, although I don't have any doubt we'll be getting more snow and more cold winter weather to come, even though spring is next week. That's just how it is for us here in Nova Scotia. So that's it for my update. Hey guys, checking in. Yes, I feel as bad as I look and sound, and I wasn't going to update you. I'm really sorry. But I hope to read a lot today because I do not feel good. So I wanted to give you an update. I did finish Legends and Lattes. I'll pop in a picture. I gave it 4 stars. It was a really cute slice of life, cozy fantasy. I really enjoyed it. I loved the slow burn sapphic romance. I loved, I don't know if I mentioned this because I haven't edited the other clips, but I love when there are food elements in my books, and Thimble's baking just made me hungry every time. Like, everything sounded so good. I think I may actually try and make cinnamon rolls for the first time because they just sounded so good. And Travis Baldree has a new book coming out. I think Legends and Lattes was great for, I think it was his debut, and I'm really looking forward to reading more from him. So that is great. This is like trying new to me authors. We like to see it. I have also now started the second book for this video, which is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Never read anything by Anthony Doerr, and this is on my March TBR. This is also Allison from the Bookish Mamas, one of her favorite books of all time. So when I saw it for $1, I wanted to pick it up, but then it's just been lingering. So this is on my 23 book streak in 2023 as well. So I feel good about that. I'm on page 126 and I'm really enjoying this. The writing is beautiful. This book is so far out of my comfort zone. So we're following, it's set in the beginning of World War II, I believe. And it's dual timeline, dual POV. We're following Marie-Laure, who is a blind girl who lives in Paris. And the dual timeline is like when the Germans are coming to Paris for like the invasion with the bombs and stuff. And then also growing up, like we see Marie-Laure when she becomes blind, learning how to navigate her new world and things like that. So it's kind of like coming of age as well. And I think in present timeline where I'm at, she's like a teenager. We're also following Werner, who is an orphan in Germany and thought that he would just be destined to go into the mines just like his father did, where his father died when a tunnel collapsed on him. And he actually gets drafted in because he's very, very smart. And he kind of gets pulled in to the German army. His POV is almost harder to read than Marie-Laure's, her struggles with being blind and navigating her world are very hard as well. But Werner doesn't fully believe in the cause, right? And so he's trying to forge this better life for him. He's terrified of being stuck in the mines and dying like his dad. But he also hates saying, like, Hail H name. I don't even want to say it, like in training and stuff. And their paths haven't crossed yet, though they are in the same town or city at the beginning of the book, because we keep flopping between past where Marie-Laure is in Paris and Werner is in Germany, and then present day. They're both in Saint-Malo. I can't say that on the best of days. I certainly can't say it now. It says Marie-Laure and Werner from warring countries have both, having lost many of the people they loved, come together in Saint-Malo. As Doerr illuminates the ways against all odds, people try to be good to one another. I don't know if this is like a romance or just like forging a friendship. A French blind girl and a German soldier during the war. So like I said, this is so far out of my comfort zone, but I am enjoying it. I think I'll pick up speed now. I did get the audiobook from my library in, but I mean, this isn't giving me, like, when a romance really hits me and I'm like obsessed with it, or a fantasy that I just can't put down. It's really not giving me that vibe. But I also like the formatting where the chapters are so short and you switch between Werner and Marie-Laure, like back and forth. It just makes it go really fast. So I am liking it so far. I might check in around the halfway or 2/3 mark to just see if I'm still liking it. Yeah, and then I have no idea. I have so many options for a third book for this vlog, but we'll just see, I guess, what I'm feeling at the time. I have 3 vlogs kind of like being pieced together, so it's hard to like strategize which books I'm reading, but I hope to make good progress on this today. Hey guys, I'm ready to wrap this video up. Apologies for the lack of updates for the latter half of this video. And we're also in Emmett's room because the sun is on this side of the house this late in the evening. But I did finish All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This book was so far out of my comfort zone. I ended up giving it 4 stars because it was heartbreakingly beautiful, expertly crafted, but it did not give me that 5-star feel. I'm obsessed with it, and I think that has to do not with the writing, not with how good of an author Anthony Doerr is, but because historical fiction is just not a genre I read. But having read this, I am more open to exploring the genre a little bit more, which is exciting in and of itself. So the dual timeline, multi-POV, and extremely short chapters kept me engaged the entire time. I ended up also getting the audiobook from my library, and I went through it so quickly after that. Even though it was like a 16 or 17 hour audiobook, like this book was pretty big, but it went by really fast. Like I just had a great time reading it. And then I couldn't really decide what the third book I wanted to read for this video. There are so many authors I want to try for the first time, and there are so many different reading vlogs I want to do. So instead of picking one now, I wanted to share a book that I actually just finished. And so you didn't really get an update for it, but this is a 110 pages, so there wasn't really an opportunity to update you anyways. But my friend Sam and I is there ever going to be a video? I don't mention Sam. I'll link her down below. She is now back on YouTube, which is super exciting. We constantly have a buddy read together, like literally every single day, which I just love so much. And the last 2 months, we've had, this is going to sound neurotic, a monthly traumatic read, something that we can binge over the weekend that is going to cause harm. So last month we read Dinosaur Erotica. That felt like a fever dream. That was something else. Okay. And this month we chose The Dalwick Demon by Ashley Bennett. I have never read anything from Ashley Bennett, and now actually I'm interested in trying her Muscles and Monsters series, which came before this. But this is, like I said, 110 pages, monster romance, I guess. So our main character, Iris, lives in Grafberg, I believe. It is like behind on the times. This is like historical fantasy-esque. They hate witches. They accuse her of witchcraft and prostitution and stealing things. She has only done 2 out of the 3 crimes, but they are making an example of her. They just got a new priest in town, and they throw her down in the pit as a sacrifice to the Dalwick demon. Now, this is kind of like lore of the town. Is he real? Everyone's kind of scared of him. Or do people just die when they get thrown into this pit? The Dalwick demon is real, but he actually comes and like saves her and guides her through the mountain that borders the town and into this new town, which is wonderful and full of magic and so inclusive and caring of all. But it's also a super spicy romance situation. I've said this before, but like I am reading so much more spice as of late, and yet I am so uncomfortable with like discussing this out loud and posting it on the internet. So like, why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. Our demon has 2 eggplants. I don't want to be, dinged on YouTube. I can't say demonetized because this channel of mine is not monetized. And uses both. So this is very spicy. And just hearing that synopsis, Sam and I were like, we're about to be traumatized. This is going to be great. It's 100 pages. Let's read through this really fast in one evening. This was surprisingly sweet. There was a plot. It was well written. And it just blew away all of my expectations. Like, we went into this thinking like, we're going to hate it. We're going to laugh. We're going to cringe. I gave this 4 stars. What? If you're into monster romance, which maybe I am, I would recommend giving this one a try. It was actually a really fun time, and I am the most shocked. But those were the 3 new authors that I gave a try over the last week or 2. I don't even remember when I actually started this reading vlog. I read Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, a cozy adult fantasy. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, a World War II historical fiction. And The Dalwick Demon, which is a monster romance. I was going to read like a contemporary or dark romance for the 3rd book in this vlog, because I like mixing up my genres, unless it's a genre specific reading vlog, but I like fantasy and romance equally, and I'm just happy that I also tried out a new genre this week too, which I need to do more stepping outside my comfort zone. I said that, and like technically 2 of the books were quite far out of my comfort zone, and I ended up giving them both 4 out of 5 stars. Actually, all 3 books in this reading vlog were 4 out of 5 stars, which is a really great reading time. 5 stars for me. I don't give out very often at all. It has to be like a new favorite. So 4 stars is amazing. I'm going to stop rambling. If you enjoyed today's reading vlog, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know. I do have the next 4 reading vlogs planned out, but I can be flexible and shuffle things around. If you have a reading vlog you would really like for me to do or any other video requests, you can leave those in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!